Alrighty, so over the past week, there were two really big news topics. The first one being the new design for the PlayStation controller, and this. However, since everyone wants to talk more about this, I figure maybe we should do a compromise, considering that I want to talk about the new PlayStation and why everyone's overreacting about it. So it's going to be one of these episodes. However, I'm still going to call it a Movies Are Strange. Alright, let's get into this, shall we? So, over the past week, there was a huge outcry about Sony apparently abandoning their fans and changing the design of their controller. Really, the entire outrage was centered around the fact that the start and the select button are now gone and have been replaced with a touchscreen. Personally, I don't think this is a bad thing. And I know some of you are probably thinking, well, CJ, I thought you hate touchscreens. And to a certain extent I do. However, with the majority of the populace wanting touchscreens, mainly thanks to Star Trek The Next Generation and other science fiction shows similar to it, we now have touchscreens and there's really nothing we can do about it. So you might as well sit down, relax, and enjoy yourself until this whole thing blows over, which it will. And here's a thought for all of you. Okay, a way you play a gaming system, especially a new gaming system, will always change. Think about this for a moment. If Nintendo had not changed the controller of their original entertainment system, just imagine how limited controls would be for new games. Think about that. Think if every single video game company, Xbox, PlayStation, Sega, Atari, had stuck with those controls and only those controls, how boring video games would have gotten. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong, I like going back and playing Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo and a whole bunch of other games. But with all of this being said and done, you have to change stuff. If you don't change anything, people lose interest. And as much as you, the fans, may want to think that it's only you that buys their stuff and you're their biggest supporter, you're not. You are one of their biggest supporters, yes, but you're not the biggest supporter. You want to know who the biggest supporter is, the biggest market? Families. Particularly families with children from 6 to 10 years of age, and maybe even a bit older. The reason being is because when kids see a cool new game, like a Zelda game, or Mario game, or a Halo game, or Final Fantasy game, they want that game and they want to be able to play it. So when they ask their parents for it, for say their birthday or Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever the hell it is you celebrate other than those two holidays, the parents usually cave in and say, okay, sure, why not? That's the biggest market. And kids, especially kids in this generation, lose interest really, really fast. Seriously, anyone who's babysat a kid under the age of 10 knows what I'm talking about right now. Kids are really hard to keep entertained. Why do you think there's so many different TV shows geared towards kids? It's not just because it makes money. Okay, yeah, that is a very large reason as to why there is. But it's also mainly because there are a lot of kids, and a lot of kids require multiple different kinds of entertainment. It's not like how it was back when I was a kid, or when your dad was a kid, or your cousins, or whoever. Things have changed. Things will always change. Now back onto the thing that everyone wants to hear about. So for any of you who have been living under a rock for the past few months, Megan Fox was announced to play April O'Neil last Friday, or well, last Friday as I am recording this. Why? No, seriously, why? I know this is going to make me sound like a huge hypocrite, but why do this? I mean, Megan Fox is the most talentless actress working to date. Her lack of genuine talent stands out in the Transformers movies. It stands out in Jennifer's Body. It even stands out in whatever the hell sitcom that was back in the 90s that she did. I mean, seriously, why would anyone want to put Megan Fox in, well, okay, not just a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, but in any movie whatsoever? I mean, guys, save yourselves some fucking money. If you're going to worship a woman the same way as Megan Fox, with the same lack of talent as Megan Fox, go to a beach. Go to a mall in a decent town. Hell, do you not have cable or the internet where you're from? Jeez, guys, come on. And to be completely honest with all of you, I was kind of hoping that Scarlett Johansson was going to get the role, because I feel she did a really good job as Black Widow. However, chances are that's not going to happen, mainly because Scarlett Johansson has more than 2 brain cells and realizes that working with Michael Bay would do nothing more than kill and devastate what she has for an acting career at this current point. So with that being said, I kind of already knew she wasn't going to get the role, but I can dream, think about it. Yes, think is what I meant. Anyways, speaking of which, the reason why this episode is probably going to be a bit late is because I was busy doing a new show called The Long Box, which, if you haven't gone and checked it out yet, it is our new comic book review show. Yes, we do accept suggestions for reviews. Please keep in mind they should be roughly within 1 to 2 weeks old of that particular issue, or if it's an issue 1 of a fairly obscure series, then we'll usually think about it. Keep in mind that the show's budget has gone down a significant amount. And yeah, so if you haven't gone and checked that out on our channel, you should definitely do that. I promise, hopefully by the next time I record a new episode for The Long Box, there will be an actual new intro for The Long Box. So yeah, I'm CJ, and next time I do a recording, we'll find out that this was canceled. See you later.